Hey guys, it's Tomahawk, and today I'm going to tell you the story of my Minecraft SMP. Now, this isn't the first SMP I've had, it's actually the fourth in a series. The first one was just me and a friend a couple years ago, the second one with a couple more people a little more recently, and the third one with about 7 people, which took place last year. This series is called Rivals, named after the rivalry between each player. The one I'm going to tell you about today ended recently and was called Rivals 4 for the time it was active. It all started in April when me and a group of friends wanted to play Minecraft together. I then bought the Realm subscription and it started. Everyone ran off to find resources and gather whatever they could, everybody fending for themselves. Eventually, some teams were formed once everyone had materials, and a city called Obaston was built in the north. At its peak, Obaston had about 5 people living in it out of the 12 on the realm. The quote-unquote city was mainly just a village with some extra houses we built in it. Even though the city was small and peaceful, there were always people who wanted to destroy things. So, a couple people who were living there broke away and created a team called the Prometheus Powers. There were about 3 to 4 people on that team. They made the team to combat the United Powers, a group of 3 people who were peaceful and owned Obaston. War was declared and many battles happened. This would be the start of the Age of the United Powers. The United Powers would continually raid the Prometheus Powers' base, leading to an ambush which caused the Prometheus' surrender. The United Powers were now the most powerful in the server. I was actually one of the 3 on the United Powers. They then sat back, while the Prometheus Powers had a civil war of sorts. You see, the Prometheus Powers were pretty bad. They raided random bases, stole stuff, killed people, etc. A common villain. A couple people on the team wanted independence from the Powers. They just wanted peace in the server, so they declared war on the other members. They named themselves the Split Powers. The United Powers helped them gain independence, and in the end, they did. After this, one of the Split Powers members accidentally came upon the UP base. Even though they were allies, the location of the base could leak, and this would mean the end for the UP and all their materials. The UP then had to race to move their base before the Split Powers could tell people, and they barely moved everything away. Because they moved bases, Obaston was abandoned, and no one lived there anymore. The Split Powers then decided to make a base in the east, and they bred villagers and animals and built homes. It was a small town. It was from a village, but it was still useful. After a while, their base was found and destroyed by raiders. It was a sad day. This marks the end of the Split Powers. After the SP dissolved, the Food Nation was formed with about 3 people. Right after this, the United Powers, the most powerful in the server, decided to enact a reign of terror where they would kill anyone and anything to remain on top. The Food Nation declares war on the tyrants, and brutally loses after 2 battles. After this war, the UP takes a turn for the good, and decides to try and make peace again by making New Obaston, a city at spawn. This became a true city, with a market and active users and builders. Most people lived there, and the UP began construction of the town hall. During the construction, a raider tries to take some materials needed for the town hall. He is attacked by the builders and starts fighting back, after which the whole city devolves into chaos with no clear winner coming out on top. A fire is started, things are blown up, and many people die. The result is utter destruction of the city and the peace that held it together. The United Power survives though, as always, and they're still the most powerful. The remaining people who are still active come together and form an anti-UP coalition to end the United Powers once and for all. They succeed, and the UP is finally dissolved. The end of the United Powers has at last come, and the Age of Rebirth has started. In this new age, a town in the west is founded, yet falls apart soon after its building due to lack of activity. The Revival War took place, with people killing people for burning down New Obaston. After this war, the server was generally quiet, with people building new bases and getting materials. The Trade Federation was founded to increase activity, but the server was already declining. Soon after this, everybody has abandoned the server, and no one plays it anymore. This marks the end of the Rivals 4 server. Now, I'll do another video on the next server we do, but that's for another time. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow.